Game Genie! Funkaloo! The awesome video game enhancer for your Nintendo Entertainment System.
The year was 1992 and Retro Matt and I had picked up a used Game Genie for $5 at a yard sale. We'd heard all the commercials telling us the amazing things you could do with this thing. Skip worlds, freeze time, gain unlimited men and ammo. But was the hype real? Suffice it to say, it was, and then some. Literally, the power to alter our games and finish them was in our hands. It was cheating, but man was it a blast. First off, the codebook, and I have both the original and expanded books, and some later ones as well. The one I wanted to showcase here is my childhood codebook, and yes, that's a Sega sticker on an unlicensed Nintendo product. What else is nifty with this book is all the passwords and hints I wrote down in my youth, so it's kind of like a window into my past, complete with spelling mistakes. The Game Genie was a big part of my earlier years, and I wanted to share with you my top 10 favorite codes. These aren't necessarily the best codes for some of these games, but it's the ones I found to be the most fun or interesting. On with the list! This was the first code that made me take notice of what the real capabilities of a device were. It doesn't do much, but messing with the colors is always a good time, and it's one of those iconic Game Genie codes to me. Here's a code that could let you jump through walls? Sign me up, please. This line of code was hilarious just to see what kind of odd places you could get stuck into. To be honest, it's not super helpful, but it is a lot of fun to use. Punch-Out! The first time I ever beat this game was with the Game Genie, and the code to take no damage was a key part in learning the patterns of those last boxers. It would go on to help me finish the game legit years later. Okay, so I'm going to cheat and pair up two codes I use all the time on Friday the 13th. Turbo Running and Turbo Jumping. Now these codes made worthless counselors like George and Paul stand out and actually made them forces to be reckoned with. I'm pretty sure the original Super Mario game was one of the first codes I ever tried. I can't tell you the sheer excitement when you had inputted one of these codes to alter your game. The Mega Jump code gives you serious jumping power and hang time. It's almost laughable how high you can go. This was also the first time I ever jumped over the flagpole too, which amazed me when I was a kid. It still does actually to this day. Like the last entry, being able to Mega Jump as Batman paired with his climbing ability really lets you explore the upper portions of Gotham City. And while there was usually nothing up there, the fact you could go up there was really cool. Going where you weren't allowed to go, man, that is such a staple of the original Game Genie. Excitebike is a pretty simple game, but pair it up with turbo engines and just sit back and laugh. The speed is nuts and the airtime you can get with this code was sick. I often paired this one up with a Turbo Run code to help you get back on your bike after a crash. Also, if you jump off a ramp, you can wrap around the screen, which is hilarious. God, I love Game Genie. Okay, so Unlimited Weapons isn't the most exciting code, but it's one that helped Retro Matt and I get far in this brutal game. Double Dragon 3 with Unlimited Weapons meant you were a powerhouse right from the get-go. I remember using this code almost all the time as a kid, and I still find the game a lot more enjoyable too with this code on. Man, you could really break the Mario games with the Game Genie. Out of all the codes I ended up inputting for the plumber's third entry was multi-moon jumps. Just look at this! You can literally hop over and get around basically anything the game throws at you. Pair this one up with the unlimited Hammer Brothers Suits code, and now you're really cooking. Simply put, everyone has Princess Toadstool's floating ability, but on steroids. Once you're floating, you can stay there for as long as you like. You never have to come down, and it's great. I gotta tell you, giving this code to Toad and the rest of the gang is so overpowered and fun to use, and that's why this is my #1 Game Genie code. It's that good. Well, there you have it. 10 plus codes for your viewing enjoyment. Let me know down in the comments section below. What are your favorite Game Genie codes? I'd love to know. So remember to click that like, subscribe, and bell buttons, and I'll see you next time on another top 10 or top 5 list. I'm Will. This is the MAXIMPACT24 channel. For those about to retro, we salute you. Take care.
Game Genie, the big, awesome video game enhancer, is now getting smaller. Game Genie works its power on Game Boy. Turn Genie's power off and on as you play. Game Genie for Game Boy with super small codebook.
Excellent!
Oh, hello! It's I, Dr. Ock. I'm here to tell you about the 6th annual Halloween of Horrors. It is a double feature of ghoulish proportions. In fact, it is showing not only 1 but 2 movies. The Damien Machine Part 2 and my personal favorite, The Curse of Dr. Ock. You'll love it. Anyway, we will be presenting both of these on this channel with new added trailers. Yes. So be prepared when Damien and I come to visit. Yes, and who knows, we will throw some, spooky into it. Oh, can't see my face. I'm on the run, but that will not stop me from watching this. It will be Thursday, October 31st, 2019, starting at 9 p.m.